I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy! Oh, man!
Nuts. You thought?
And now, your mama knows.
Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon!
What's going on, guys? I apologize for that. I think my phone was overheating because I was in the sun and I couldn't get out the pool fast enough to go and turn on my computer. And then it was stupid when I went to turn on my computer, it logged me in with my other email. It was a mess. So anyway, but here we are. So we are back. Also, this got me on I need dark mode. Like, what is this nonsense? But yeah, let me add the where you guys could join. Again, I'm sorry for that. But yeah. To join the show. Bam. There you go. Man, you know what's funny? It's so simple to jump right back on. And I can't believe that actually happened to me. It's so simple. I'm like, I feel like I'm embarrassed because I should have been able to. You know what it is? I was trying to make it an hour that I would be in the pool, and then I was simply gonna come and get in the house after an hour. And unfortunately, that didn't work. But Maker Chaos is back at it. Rest in peace. Rest in peace indeed. Obi said. There you guys go. The pin is linked. You guys could jump right in. Excuses. Oh man, Lion said no more naked cowboy. Yeah, I guess not, right? I broke the internet. Apparently. Let me see something. Let me make sure all my stuff is set up right. All right, cool. That's there. All right. Trying to find the there we go, dark mode. Ah, there we go. That's what I need. There we go. Yeah, the sun was glaring in my eyes. It was hard for me to see the screen, and a message came up saying something. And Ron said Speedos. So if you guys must know, I actually had swim trunks on. Okay, so yeah, got some cool videos coming though, guys. Some vlogging stuff coming. Went to the doctor's today, but we'll talk more about that tomorrow, where it's non-gaming. But let me actually add the link, or let me tell the people that we're back. Unfortunately, that was very unfortunate. We are, I'll just put our back. We are back. Oh, I can't believe that happened. Listening to my wife, huh? Yeah. Okay. But you know, it's cool. This is just going to be a part 2. You know? All right, there we go. All right, so coming in red hot is none other than my man Cubini is in the building.
Bro,
Oh, that's cool. What's up, Q?
bro, you can't have a part 2 without me, brother.
Hell no. Say it again, brother.
You can't have a part 2 without the beanie. No, sir.
That's
I just
right.
parked and I was like, what'd your stream quit for? I was getting all upset.
Oh nah, man. Yeah, that was just. I'm mad because I would have liked it to be smooth. I would just came in the house, switched over, and what I should, if I was smart, what I should have did is just have my computer on and had it on in here, and then just simply had me not on the screen. So it would have been on in here, and then I would have just simply walked in the room, switched on this camera. But it is what it is. Stuff happens.
Hey, we're here. That's what matters.
That's all that matters. All right. So last we left off, we were talking about. Well, actually, how long was the guys on when I was off? See, I thought this thing's supposed to stay on for
Not very long.
Oh, see, I thought it was supposed to stay on for 15 minutes. So that's why I was like, oh yeah, I got enough time to run in the house.
Yeah, they dropped off pretty quick.
Oh, you know what could have happened? Is once they jump, maybe if they jumped out, because if somebody's still in there, it's supposed to stay on for 15 minutes. So maybe when I dropped out, if they exited themselves, then yeah, it would have closed out with nobody in.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, so if they at least stayed there and was talking, like try to hold the show over, then it would have stayed on. So I'm mad at FCAT because he should have just said, you know what, now I'm taking over.
FCAT, so.
Yeah, he should have said, now I'm taking over. Anyways, but yeah, man, it was cool. We were talking about Game Pass, and I also don't see the big issue with Game Pass. I know FCAT was saying, oh, what I don't want is a world where it's only Game Pass. I'm like, well, if it's a world where it's only Game Pass, then that's a good thing, actually, because that just means all your games are going to be in a service. It's like, the people who only use Netflix, they're happy, right? They just use Netflix. It supplied them with all the games with all the movies they want to watch, and they're good.
I mean, I have at least 6 games coming on Game Pass yet this year that I'm absolutely playing. So, to me, it's worth having month to month because you can't beat all those games in 30 days. You know?
Right.
You got to space them out. So, I'm happy with it.
So, let me ask you the question I last left off with is out of all the games for the rest of the year, 2023, what's your most anticipated game? If you had to choose one.
I mean,
I stumped
you know what I'm gonna say, but
it's nothing wrong with that.
I'm excited to see what Starfield is.
It's cool,
but I'm gonna put more time into City Skylines 2, I think.
And you know what? So I'm excited to see what Atlas Fallen is, but I know I'm gonna put more time in Mortal Kombat 1. Same thing as you, but it's like City Skylines. You know for a fact you're just gonna play it, right? So with me, I know for a fact I'm playing Mortal Kombat. So I think I'm more. My hype and anticipation to see what Atlas Fallen is gonna be is higher. because I feel like Mortal Kombat is a sure thing. I know what I'm getting. Just like you with City Skylines, you know what you're getting.
Right, and I think, I'll play Starfield for 4 or 5 hours and go right back to Skylines probably, you know, and then I'll go back to it. But yeah, that and Forza and some other stuff coming out. There's a lot.
Here's a hot take. Maker said he think Armor Core 6 is going to be game of the year. I don't think he believes that because I don't even think that's going to be a contender.
No.
Yeah, when we talk about niche games, say that again.
I don't think Spider-Man's going to be a contender. We talked about this.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people think Spider-Man's going to do some stuff, and listen. I'm not knocking the game. I'm sure it's going to be great. It's going to have a good story. You're going to feel like Spider-Man. You're going to be swinging around, jumping on buildings. But I will be shocked if Spider-Man is nominated. And I'd be shocked.
It's going to be a good game, but it won't be nominated, no.
I don't think so either. And I'll be shocked if, lesser than Spider-Man, I'll be shocked if this Armor Core is nominated. Because
probably not.
It's a robot game. Like you really have to be into that type of game, to be honest with you. Maker said Armor Core 6 going to be game of the year. So From Software going to be back. I don't think so. I don't even think you mean that. Like, you got to be joking. Unless you never played an Armor Core game and you just like, or unless you're just like a super From Software fan and you just like, oh, they're going to be back to back. But yeah, you can't really mean that. Like, it looks cool, but it's too niche. If we're talking about Skyrim is niche, I mean, heck, a mech game, like, come on. Were you flying and stuff?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say unless Starfield is a complete flop, it's almost a guaranteed GOTY. It's just too big of a game.
Oh, you mean nominated or game of the year?
I mean, it's going to win unless it has, like, a terrible Metacritic or something.
Nah. Listen, Cubini.
Because what else is there? I mean,
Cubini. Let me ask you a question.
We had a whole video about this.
I know, but let me ask you a question. You think Starfield will knock off Zelda? I think Zelda got it in the bag.
Zelda got that Spider-Man flavor, man. Too quick.
Yeah, but you know why I think Zelda topped Spider-Man? It has a longer lineage, a stronger name as far as gaming, right? These Spider-Mans are probably the best Spider-Man games, but when you talk about Zelda, man, you've been playing Zelda since NES, and it just evolved and evolved. I think, and then no one's has, like, there's some people saying, okay, that the 30 frames per second thing. I don't think that's the bigger deal with the gripe with Zelda. Some people gripe with Zelda is, it feels too similar to the last one, but man, you don't really hear much bad stuff about Zelda. So, but yeah, I mean, I would say Zelda is probably my shoe-in. But dude, it's cool. I hope you're around, bro. We got to stream the game of the year this year, and you should be on the panel if you're free. That'd be cool, man.
As long as it's on a day where I'm home, then that's fine.
Did you see the video I did last year, Game of the Year, where God of War lost? And I thought it was gonna be God of War. I was like, what? Yo, that was so crazy, bro.
Dude, I was so stoked to see God of War win all the small awards, and then it didn't win.
And then it didn't win the big one. Oh, man. You can't make this stuff up, bro. No. Let me see. I hear this one is going to be easy to get into.
I think Zelda or Starfield. It's going to be one or the other. I don't see anything else creeping in. Elden Ring is close, but I don't think.
No, Elden Ring wouldn't be on it. Remember, they won last year, so they're out.
That's right. So I think those are going to be the top two for now.
So let's see. Well, we had our whole list. I need to write this down.
Yeah, I know we did.
Yeah, we had our whole list. Did I write it down? Let me just take a look. I mean, I think Starfield has a chance. It's just the world has never played it. We have no clue what it's going to be. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, they got a lot riding on it.
Well, if the reviewers don't really put the time in, and really the critics don't put the time in, and give it a good review, then it's not going to win.
Here's what I want to know, though. Can you imagine Starfield win? The world's going to flip out because it was only 30 frames per second. Zelda's the fanboy's going to go crazy.
I mean, Zelda's 30. If it wins, ain't nobody saying nothing. So... And it's on PC at a higher frame rate. It's called options. That's why I love the ecosystem.
That's true, but people, I don't think they look at it like that. He said, I bet it'll sell 3 million at launch. Oh, what? Armor Core? I don't know. I don't know, bro. It looks good, but it's not as hype as Elden Ring. Jason, what are you talking about? Starfield, or are you talking about Maker talking about Armor Core? Gonna be an upset again. Armor Core isn't winning, bro. No one played Elden Ring either. Yeah, but at least Elden Ring was. Here's the thing. Elden Ring 1 was a third-person action game that was also a RPG, but it was easy to get into. Remember, I played it, but this game is you flying, and yeah, it's just going to be too much going on, I think, with Armor Core to be a general game. But coming back in for part 2 is none other than Sour Blow is in the building. Let's go.
So basically, you just dumped us and left us talking.
No,
we've been there for a while having interesting conversation, and we're waiting for Cowboy, and we're waiting for Cowboy, and then all of a sudden he's live. I'm like, what?
Well, here's the weird thing. So
is it because you can't beat me on a
no? It's supposed to stay on for 15 minutes. So I thought I had enough time to run in the house, jump on my computer, and turn it on. But when I went on, it said it ended, or it didn't show up anywhere. So I was like, oh, this sucks, because I didn't want to have 2 different shows. But returning to the panel, we also got Cubini in the building, but FCat is back, and Jersey's finest is back. So here we go.
Man, that was funny.
So hold up. How long were you guys?
We had a great conversation, man.
We were like going.
We took over the entire show.
See, that's what I was saying to Cubini. He said shortly after I left, it ended, but it should have kept me on for 15 minutes
this whole time, man.
Yeah, I should have.
We talked about so many things.
Now I gotta look this up. It should.
Man,
bro.
we're talking about Architect of Series S, PS5 Pro.
Oh
man,
bullshit.
Wrong with you, man? Content for days,
bro. I'm mad.
Black screen content. There you go.
Man, this guy.
My ass was signing in and it was dead. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, it should have kept me on for 15 minutes. So I'm mad about that.
Oh, that's all good, man.
So since you're in the office, you ready for the news?
Yeah, let's do it. We're on part 2. It's all good.
I never got the call.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I never got it.
Oh, wow. All right, so here we go. So let's pull this up. Bam. All right, so Xbox ending support for console companion app. All right, so what are we talking about here?
So yeah, this is the reason why you haven't seen any kind of advertising or marketing for Xbox Remote Play, and this is, I mean, this was kind of coming because they have the Xbox app, and that's a little bit better than console companion app. But the thing I'm worried about, not all the features are there. Like the LFG thing, like that's not on the Xbox app, but that's on this.
Well, you know what? It's consolidation, man. Yeah. There's no point to have a bunch of different apps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it makes sense. I mean, you know what's cool? I think we were mature enough to not say this is doom and gloom. This means something's dying or something silly.
As far as remote play, like the Xbox app is a lot better than this was.
But wait, when you say remote play, I'm thinking being able to play games on your phone or something. Is that what you're talking about?
No, this was the original app that allowed you to stream from Xbox to PC.
Okay.
Yeah, so if like you're at a hotel or something, you can log into your console and stream from it. Yeah. Yeah, we've been doing that for a while. One was doing that stuff.
Just want to warn you guys about Maker in the chat. He's trying to make it spicy. Just don't get caught in the whirlwind. He's a Hellblade greater than Wolverine. Nobody cares about dumb Marvel games. He said, yeah, Xbox is better than console companion one app. All right. And I see Dustin in the building. Jason's in the building. I want to say what's up to you guys. And I see that Jason was talking about Armor Core.
To clear something up in the title of the stream, Mortal Kombat 1 beta is actually coming to both consoles I think that was like a fake thing that somebody put out saying that it was only exclusive to the Series X.
Yeah, because I was waiting for the show to actually ask you about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So here, let me.
Yeah, I think that was a fake thing.
All right, well, I'll have to delete that out of that title.
But next one is real. So Shadow PC is now available on browser.
Now, that's a big deal, I think, because I remember when Stadia was just in browsers, and it made it so smooth. You know what I mean? To just be able to, bam, go into your browser. Like xCloud was so smooth when I was able to just go into my browser. So I think something like that is pretty cool.
Would the Shadow thing be good for people with lower spec, like laptops and stuff?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shadow's like the top, like cloud thing. Like they're I would probably GeForce Now is a little bit more powerful, but Shadow's pretty good and on point. Like their downloading and everything is great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the thing is with Shadow's an actual virtual PC. So like a lot of people get Shadow and they don't even get it for gaming. Like Shadow is like you're renting a PC in the cloud, a powerful PC in the cloud, and you could do anything. You could game stream. You could do streams I'm doing right now. You could use other cloud apps on Shadow, so you could do everything. It's a little bit of a pretty penny, unless they brought the price down. But I think it's still like $40 a month, right? For the top tier.
Yeah, Shadow's pretty expensive as far as like cloud gaming.
Well, because it does more. That's the thing. It's like me, right? Me paying $17 just to play Exoprimal for a month and only actually played it for one day and never again. But it's like, okay, you're wasting your money. So, but you can't look at it like that. You should, not that you have to, but you should utilize these things for all that it comes with and not just one thing. So that's what makes Shadow pretty brilliant.
But here's the thing: if you quit playing Exo on one day, you got 29 more days to play 400 other games. You couldn't find something else to play?
No, but you could give me recommendations if you like. You let me know.
All right.
Yeah, give me some recommendations, man. Help me out. You're supposed to be my boy.
You couldn't find nothing else to play with Exo Primal for those.
No, I mean, let me. Yo, listen.
He already beat High on Life. I mean, he won't touch Redfall again.
Right. I mean, help me out. Listen, bro, I'll pull up here.
We're
gonna do
all
this
the
real
new
quick.
Stuff, man. Come on.
Hold up. So this is what we like to do on this show, right? Anything's anything, right? It's still gaming, right? Still gaming. That's what I'm about to do, right? Let me go up to Xbox, right? We're gonna get QB.
Man, if I give you Game Pass free for a month, you tell me you couldn't find something to play. That's crazy.
No, I'm already paying. Listen, bro. Listen. Last thing I'll do
but
is
if I give it to you for free, you're saying there ain't nothing you would play?
I'm sure I could find something, but again, my favorite word in the English dictionary is interest. So I want to play something because I'm interested in playing. I just want to play something. Like if you hype me up and be like, no, listen, cowboy, listen, you don't know this game right here. I'll be like, oh, for real? If you do that, right?
I mean, you got EA Play on there. You ain't got nothing.
I would say that.
Let me know.
I'd say that game right now would be that Series Sam Siberian Mayhem.
What?
That is actually a good one.
I have to look at the list. Let me pull up the list too. Hold on, let me see.
Hold on, I'm trying to So okay. Oh, here we go.
Open up my app on my phone and take a look.
Here we go. I got it.
You got it.
You can make it work.
Yeah, every time I try to get onto this thing, it's always like Xbox be messing with me, man. But yeah, here we go. Here, let me share my screen real quick. All right, so Cubini, bam, right? Here we go. Okay, you can see it on my screen. You let me know. Let's go. Here, how about we look at the new things that just came out? All right, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at recently added. Hell no to Venbu.
Click at show all.
Oh, thank you.
This guy is getting a 400 plus game service and only wants to look at the new shit.
Bro, I'm gonna start here, right? I'm gonna start. Listen, we go through them all.
Turn on the been there the longest list.
Well, no, see, that's gonna make it worse because I feel like stuff that's been on there forever, then I really don't have my interest because it's old.
He doesn't play old game.
I'm not gonna say I don't, but I don't. Like I'm like this. If I really want to play a game, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna search it out. I'm gonna play it. Plus, you guys gotta remember, I'm different than you guys. I have this is my thing. You don't guys don't understand. It's called GameFly. I rent games. So when people be like, I know it's it's $60, $70 games, I'd be like, who's paying $70? I already played and beat that game and sent it back. They're like, oh.
I feel like that Serious Sam is your style.
Nah, I played. Damn, that's a lot. All right, guys, hold up. My wife, being the amazing woman she is, real quick. I don't know where Holtz is at, but this is what I would do for Holtz if he was around. Where's my little button at? And did they change this? Oh, they changed it. Check it out, guys. My wife warmed up my food. She even put the little packets on there. So what it is shrimp with rice. It's big pieces of shrimp with bacon and an egg, an egg roll. Yeah. All right.
You gotta
sorry.
double up that plate, brother. Man. I hit a soggy plate.
That's...
Yeah. Oh no, she did. She put 2 plates on it. Yep.
Hell yeah,
She's on top of it. Q.
We do that too, brother. Every time.
Yeah.
We always double up them plates.
Got it. Hey, you got to. But all right. So real quick, because I don't want to take too much time with this. So but I will play Exo Primal one more time. Oh, you know what? There you go. The fist game. So that was always the game I was like, and I never played. So there we go. I'll play that. You know what? I'll even play Figment Part 2 because I remember when it was on Stadia, that month of Stadia Pro, it was the game I liked the most out of those games. So I'll play So here we go. I'll play Fist. I'll play Figment 2. Could care less about GTA. That game's been out since PlayStation 3. Hypnosis, Spacers, Outlaw, something I have no clue. Naraka is cool, but I'd rather play it on PlayStation now because it's not on xCloud, so it'd be better than on xCloud. I rented Need for Speed Unbound, already played that game, sent it back. Room Factory Fortnite. Serious Sam, I played that before also. And actually, I think last time I was playing xCloud, I tried this Serious Sam.
That's a new one. That's a new Serious Sam.
Oh, Siberian Mayhem.
Yeah, that's a new one.
All right, I might have to check it out. It's crazy, zany, silly, kind of like Doom. You know, Doom is one of my favorite first-person shooters of all time.
You know what, game FCAT? We're gonna have to play and the animal game coming out next month. About. The one where they fight.
That game. That game looks funny. Animal Party. Or I think it's Animal Party.
I forget what it's called. The one cowboy where all the stuffed animals are all fighting each other.
Oh, it's kind of like Gang Beasts.
The Battle Royale game.
Yeah.
It got delayed. It's coming out soon. We'd play that.
Those games be funny.
I recommend that.
That game looked funny. That presentation.
We got to do that like 8-player or something for sure.
Yeah, man, I'm down for that. All right, let me see. Hold up, some people in the building. Let me see. Maker said it's coming to Xbox. I'm not sure what he's talking about. Jason said my brother has used Shadow. It's a PC in the cloud. Lethal's in the building. What's up, Lethal? Rock said, "Hey, Ace." Oh, that's not Ace. Oh, you know what's funny? He thought Sour was Ace because Sour got the headphones on. Ace always wear the headphones. That's funny. Wrong guy.
Yeah, Party Animals.
Party Animals. There you go. Party Animals. Thank you. Hey, what will we do about that?
Before you go to my screen, I need you to do me a favor, Cowboy.
Okay, wait. Before I get off of this Xbox thing, is there any other game, Q, you could think of?
Listen. I'm gonna say something controversial.
Okay.
Download Grounded and go play it.
I told
you. No.
Uh-oh.
No, hold up. I got a stream where I played Grounded. I played Grounded.
Dude, I love Grounded. I played it back in beta. It just didn't have a lot going on back then.
I played Grounded on stream. Trust me, I played it.
It's a solid game. Yes.
It's a solid game for your kids. Yeah.
Spider-Man's a solid game for 13-year-olds.
I mean, it can be, but in Spider-Man, I could punch people in the face and all that stuff. It get I feel like it got combat. You know.
Bro,
what are you doing in Grounded?
There is combat.
When I watched that gameplay video of Spider-Man, and he was in that backyard beating up everybody, the grass didn't move, None of the plants moved on the building. Everything was all dead and flat. I was like, come on.
Or you know what? All right, so I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it, but I always think those are silly parts. But let me do this. I remember I thought Forza looked amazing. That game was amazing. And we was all and it was the coolest stream I ever had, ever. One day it was a bunch of us on here, maybe like 8 people on. And we was all talking about games, right? I think Jersey was on too. And we was just like, yo, stream that game. It was cool. People stream PlayStation. People stream like every single thing you could think about. Xbox, GFN, everybody just streamed the game. It was so cool. There was no beef. Nobody said this is better than that. And each person streamed for a little bit. Oh, let's see what this looked like. It was cool. Everybody was cool. But I noticed somebody was playing Forza and they crashed the car and it flipped over. I was like, hold up. How come the bottom of the cars got nothing? No detail. So they make the top of the car and everything look really detailed. And then the bottom of the cars is like a toy with like nothing under it. But I didn't say nothing about it. But that's what you're doing right now, QB.
Well, no, because you're not Spider-Man
no?
walking through a backyard. Yeah,
but if you're a vehicle and the vehicle goes flip over, like maybe if you made the vehicle not be able to flip over, I'd be like, yeah, it's not the same thing. But if the vehicle flip over, you should have took the time to put detail on the bottom of the car.
Oh, but they fixed that. It was a bug.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was a bug.
Sound like you just made that up.
No, play it and flip the car over.
Okay.
But it was a bug.
I mean, in fairness, they're pretty hard to flip over to begin with, so...
Well, either way, I just seen it. Like, it's not like I did it. I was just watching somebody play. And I was like,
but it did happen. It did happen. It was true. That's actually how they find out.
Well,
you know what's cool?
Like you're playing Fable next year, and the grass don't move when you walk through it. I mean, come on.
That's all right, bro. But that's when people used to be like, "Oh, what they used to talk about, the fruits don't move." Like, is that really the biggest thing we should be complaining about in the game?
Yeah, it's stupid.
I gotta watching those analyses, man. King Trash is, oh my god.
The thing with that cowboy, what it was supposed to do is like, because when the car is going and you can't see the bottom, there's supposed to be no details, because what it's doing is like it's saving up resources.
Okay.
Right.
But then when it flipped, it was supposed to show the details, and I guess there was a bug that wasn't really letting so it was remaining the same. So they had to kind of fix
sense.
It. Yeah.
But think how smart that is, right?
Gears 5, nothing moved. Like all the environments were static.
Yeah.
Completely static. I remember that. I mean, whatever, man. As long as it looks good, I'm happy. It don't matter.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's people, like, I saw that too with, like, Ratchet and Clank, I remember, that the plant doesn't move. And it's people getting out of their way rather than enjoying the game, just trying to find bugs, and it's silly.
Yeah, I agree.
Craziness.
But that's what QBini tried to do to me. So anyway,
he did.
I gotta ruffle your feathers.
Q was like, "Hey, that grass ain't move." I'll say this: grass don't move in Final Fantasy, but guess what? It moving for Spoken. I'm just saying.
You know what? Go back and watch that trailer. You won't be able to miss it now.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna be like, "Damn, the grass ain't move." Let me cut through with the comments a little bit.
In that battle.
Let me see. Justin said it's coming out September 20th, 2023. Nice. Party Animals release date. That's cool. Rock said, "No, I was just saying you are ace." Sure you was. He said, Dustin said, "I try it, and OMG, big spiders scared the crap out of me." Oh, he must be talking about Grounded.
Yes, sir.
Rock said, "Jason, I'm on the Shadow PC on my MacBook, watching this right now." Ooh, look at that. That's cool. It said, "You do know some cars have a cover under the car." So here's the thing. I'm going to tell you how much of a person I am when I say I'm the king of all entertainment. I'm going to tell you how much of a person I am when I tell you that my life is on YouTube. So I used to host events, right? Like weddings and all that stuff. I'm the guy on the microphone, right? So when I say I'm an MC, people think I'm a DJ or a rap. No, an MC is master of ceremonies. Now, I was coming from this event and it was a rain so bad. And I was in a rush. So I drove through this big, I won't call it a puddle. It was like flooded, right? I drove through. What you're talking about, Jason, is the bottom of my car came off and it was dragging. So I had to take it to the shop. Cost me $197, but I have a video on my channel of that happening. So no, that doesn't cover the whole bottom of your car and make it look like it's nothing under there. Good try though. That was a really good try.
That, sir. The race cars, the fancy cars, have full aero covers front to back. The Ford GT, stuff like that, have that kind of stuff.
Right.
The McLaren.
Yeah.
Yeah. The new NASCARs they run this year are all aero kits on the bottom too. They're all covered up.
And look, we got a shout out for Sour. My man Carlos said, hey, shout out to the guys and my brother Sour Blow, killing it as usual. Listen, Sour, I dare say, is more entertaining than Crazy Louie. I'm just saying, I thought Crazy Louie was supposed to be the crazy charismatic. He's kind of dry. Me and Sour be going back and forth, trash talking to each other. I mean, Sour is the star, if you ask me. I'm just saying.
I'll give him a break. He's having, he's remodeling his house.
Yeah.
He was very occupied that week, so I'll give him a.
I think him jumping off the couch probably hurt himself, but I don't know. Forspoken graphics greater than Final Fantasy 16. I've been saying that, but no one listens to me.
Bro, both those games are 720p, man. They're equal.
Are you crazy as hell? Forspoken is not 720p. Forspoken has a 120 hertz mode.
Yeah, does it run 120 in that mode?
No. It's 120 hertz. I didn't say it was 120 frames. See, that's the difference. That's where people get tripped up. Oh, no. They didn't say 100. So what it does is just help it be, it helps the frames is stronger, right? Because if your monitor could push 120 hertz, then it's just helping it be more stable and consistent. Anyways.
So before we were ready to move on to the hot and spicy stuff, Cowboy.
Right.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me Kubini couldn't tell me one game?
Nope.
How Kubini, you couldn't tell me one game?
It's because the ones I was thinking of you already played, brother. My bad.
All right, fair enough. All right.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back on it. I might play today.
Before we get into my screen, guys, I need Cowboy to play Chuck.
Oh, damn. All right, guys. If you're new to this channel, something we used to do a lot, I'm glad FCAT is resurrecting it. What he's saying is we're going to have some topics, and this might ruffle feathers. It might hurt your feelings. You might feel some type of way for what's coming next. So, just get ready. Because if you do have some type of issues, I just want someone, not me, I'm not saying it, but I got someone to give you a special message.
Man the fuck up.
Because we ain't here to babysit grown men feelings, all right? So, FCAT, you ready?
Be ready.
All right, let's go. Microsoft surprise Final Fantasy announcement flips a narrative on its head. Let's go.
Does it really? How you feeling about this, Cubini?
Yeah, Cubini.
I really don't care about any of Square's games, so I guess I'm out of it. I'll be honest. But I'm glad they're working it out. More places to play is always a good thing.
Okay.
So back to Jenna Hayes' comment. I mean, this game. So this is a free game, right? Which has a monthly subscription. If this thing ain't included in Game Pass, nobody's buying this.
So I think it's a hard one, right? Because we can't expect everything to be included in Game Pass. That's not fair. But
hey, that's the Xbox fan noodle.
The other thing that I don't think Final Fantasy is a game you actually like purchase. Is more, isn't it a subscription, kind of like World of Warcraft?
That's what we said. Yeah, it's a free game.
It's free up to
then you gotta play.
60, I believe.
Then you gotta pay the sub.
So look, do like Destiny did,
It's
right?
free to a certain level.
So listen, remember Destiny, the free version. No, but hold up. Remember the free version of Destiny was on Stadia. So why can't Microsoft just do that? You get Game Pass, you could play the free parts, right? And then up to a certain point, it'll tell you that you got to get the subscription. Wouldn't that be an easy way to solve it?
Yeah, I would also. It's gonna be. Okay, I will also say, looking at it this way, like I said on the stream that wasn't live for some reason because someone kicked us out. I'm not a Final Fantasy fan anymore. Like I was fan of back in the days of the old ones. Oh, but okay. I do think this is huge for Microsoft because we all know that in Japan and in Asia in general, they have been having trouble, moving their consoles over there and moving their ecosystem as a whole. So we're seeing that they're starting to build relationship. Like they have a good relationship with Sega. You got a lot of their games coming to Game Pass. Yep. You got Kojima building a game for them. One of the big ones that they have issues with bringing their games is actually Square Enix. So this deal kind of opens up, and they did mention that they're gonna work on future games. So I think it's big for them, for Xbox, but it personally doesn't do anything for me. But who knows?
You got to remember they also have Capcom games day one too, so they are definitely improving.
Yeah.
Let's see, Jersey's being a little quiet. What you think, Jersey? You think this game should be on Game Pass or whatever?
What, the Final Fantasy thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Well, Maker said Final Fantasy 14 isn't free. I'm not into MMO. I heard good things about the game. Maker said they do have a trial for up to.
It's a trial. It's not technically free. Like
Baron Nubis said, "Yo, I think Hanzo might come back in the Mortal Kombat 1. I hope so. If Gears is in the game." Oh, good point. So this is actually a Mortal Kombat 1 thing. Sorry about that. But he's talking about one video. Something we're talking about. Let me see. Maker said complete edition for Final Fantasy 14 with the expansion is around $60, but you also have to pay the $15 a month subscription fee for the game. So yeah, that would be too much to add to Game Pass. Yeah, FCAT, I don't think this should be in Game Pass. And Farrell, I just want to acknowledge your point. I think you got a good point with Gears being in it. Gears is his name actually. But yeah, so I don't with that knowledge, it's probably asking for too much. To be fair, right?
If anything, maybe some perks. Maybe you add some perks to Game Pass players. But I agree with you, Cowboy. I don't think with a $15 monthly subscription,
right?
They're not gonna lose on that.
And you know what the problem is too? Everybody just expects, hey, this needs to be in Game Pass. Yeah. It's not fair.
That's the thing.
That off a little bit.
That's the thing, and I agree with that. We need to chill with that because it's getting ridiculous.
Because it's gonna make Xbox players don't want to buy anything. They're like, no, I'm waiting for Game Pass. Like, no, you can't do that because also it helps to pay for things to support the platform you love so much. Yeah,
look at what they said about Diablo 4. They're like, oh, I won't touch Diablo 4 unless it comes on Game Pass.
Even though I will say this, games like this in World of Warcraft should be free to play in general. Whether it's PC or whether it's by now, we're 2023. This should be free because you make money off of
the transaction,
cosmetic and all that. Yeah. So
yeah. So I never been into World of Warcraft. I'm not sure how much work they put into it where they could justify the $15. But dude, it's one of the most played game for $15 a month. But guess what? You know what? People are paying it. So why would you stop? Right? Yeah. You're like, it's 2023. They're like, mother effer, people still paying. What, you want us to take a pay cut for no reason?
But that's why a lot of people jumped off too. If you look at it, they don't have the same player base that they used to.
So this next part is going to get a little controversial, guys. And there's a video going around Twitter or X, whatever, of this guy's reaction
Oh
to
yeah.
the Final Fantasy announcement. Now, in the video, he's screaming, "Phil Spencer, Phil Spencer, ah!"
Yo,
Then he
went
starts
crazy.
breaking out
Oh, no,
crying.
can you watch the video?
No, that's
Boomstick
not.
interviewed him
That's
too,
not.
man. It's so out of context.
So this is my thing, QB. So he goes and adds, his little context later
Right.
in the video, talking about, I was excited for Final Fantasy 14 coming to Xbox because that's what he expected, whatever.
Yeah. Boom said it was basically a Final Fantasy fan that plays only on Xbox, and he was finally happy to get it. I mean, I guess.
So here's the thing: he's already playing it, but so why does he care that it's coming to Xbox? Plus, it's an old game.
Maybe you know what? But I think I have to side with him, right? So when I was a Stadia fan, I wanted all stuff. I wish I could play everything on Stadia. And when stuff was somewhere else, it made me mad that I was still renting games on the PlayStation because obviously a lot of games didn't come to Stadia. But I would remember how bad they said, "What you gonna do, Cowboy, if WWE don't come to Stadia?" I said, "Bro, WWE don't come to Stadia and have a problem." Yo, if they had some event and I don't know, Vince McMahon walked out and said, WWE 2K 2023 is coming to Stadia, I'd have been like, I would sound just like dude, to be fair. But he was screaming out Phil.
That's for the game. But he was screaming out for Phil Spencer.
He was screaming out Phil because Phil got the job done to get that game on the console.
I don't know.
I mean,
I think to be honest, I think
way.
he was kind of
fanboying
out.
Well,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, he definitely was like, But listen,
so here's the thing: he released the video just recently, talking about he's going to release a video later talking about whether or not he's going to play the game, citing personal reasons. So already you're contradicting yourself in your video, by saying you might play the game, not play the game. You know what's going on.
All right, next.
Why get so excited? I mean, is the game that dead on PlayStation?
Well, here's the thing.
You need Xbox.
Here's the thing. If your favorite sports team got into the championship, you will almost do a backflip, right? That's pretty much what he was doing.
It's been 10 years. Yeah, he's been playing a long time.
But the thing is, that's like if you did a reaction video, Cowboy, to the Xbox showcase. Phil came on, and you're like, "Oh, Phil Spencer." Then added context later. "Oh, I was excited for the Series X bigger hard drive."
I mean, listen, he's human, right? Obviously, he had a fanboy moment, and then people called him on it, so he just tried to clear it up. I mean, I get it.
Every time Phil went on E3, man, everybody went ballistic. He has that presence, man. He really does.
Yeah, if you're a fan, like look at me, right? I never knew like any of the people now. I didn't know who Phil Spencer was. I didn't know who none of these people was until I got into covering this stuff. On YouTube, right?
Yeah. For me personally, the only time I got excited to see Phil Spencer was during the Windows 10 showcase, because he showed up and I was like, why is Phil Spencer doing there? Then he made the announcement about Xbox Play Anywhere, Xbox Remote Play, Xbox PC games.
Dude, I remember that, bro.
I'll defend the guy real quick.
Okay.
I jumped in and I looked him up, and I'm looking at his content, and now I'm looking at his Twitter account, and he seems to be someone that's a fan of, those type of games. I see him covering a lot Blizzard games. He covered the Amazon game.
He likes cloud. He likes
Yeah, so it's probably it got taken out of content, which it happens a lot. Like I seen a lot of people, like for example, I seen one of the podcasts that I watch. It's Sacred Symbol, which with Colin Mariotti. I always say it wrong. His name. He the first time I saw his content was a little clip where he said something, and I was like, "Oh, this dude is crazy, man." But I decided to, let me check him out, and I watched the full stream, and I kind of agree with what he was saying, and he had a good point. But sometimes, like, if you hear a little clip, like, I'm sure if someone's watching this right now, they grab they can grab a little clip of any of us,
Yep.
and they can say that we said something differently, and then when you listen to the stream, it's something completely different.
Well, Sour Blow, can I do us all a favor?
Yes.
We're talking about this guy long enough that we gotta see it. We gotta see it. We gotta see it. We gotta see it. It's too much of this talking, and so we gotta see it. So I took the liberty to put the clip up. So guys, give this man his 41 seconds. Let's go.
This is my longtime friend and fellow Final Fantasy XIV fan,
Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer, baby, let's go! Yes! Yes! Yes!
I don't get it.
Hold on.
マイクロソフトゲーミング CEO のフィル・スペンサーさんです。ぜひ大きな拍手をお願いしま
I am pleased to welcome the CEO of Microsoft Gaming, Mr. Phil Spencer. A round of applause for him.
So I would like to say he was fanning out for Phil Spencer. I'm just saying.
well, you have to look at the full
And that
screen.
emotion,
I think
and
it's
like
not fair.
it builds up, then you start tearing up in the eyes, then you just gotta let it go.
I mean, you know what it is? I'm pretty sure because that meant something was coming to Xbox. So it's like, oh, snap. But think about it.
Right.
He still has that big of an attachment to Xbox for him to get that excited.
Cowboy, if you listen to the beginning, they're already talking about Final Fantasy XIV.
Correct.
So I think he probably connected the dots. Let's give him a break.
Before. That's true.
No, he can't give. Well, he shouldn't have said Phil.
All right, let's go to the next.
Smoking gun. Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer.
That's a little weird to me. Grown man crying over another man. Listen, the game's been out on other platforms. You should just bought the platform and played the game if you're really interested in playing that game.
I'm sure he was already playing it for like 1 million
That's
hours.
what I'm saying. Like, why is he crying?
He was playing it on PC, I heard.
That's what I'm saying. What is he crying for then, man? What are we doing?
Now he gets to play it on his big old TV.
Man,
now he got to see his hero Phil Spencer walk out. Come on, guys, don't dull it down. Just listen. We all been good up to this point. Now we got some people fanboying out.
The weirdest thing I've ever seen yet today. I can't say in my life because this is
crying for Jim though. I tell you that.
Nah.
Hey, some people might be doing the same thing. I don't know. Here's the difference between me, right? People are like, oh, be crying for Jim. They may be. I ain't gonna be like, no, they'll never cry for Jim. They're
gonna be crying when he loses his job. That's the only time they're gonna be crying for him.
It might. Listen,
I'll tell you what. If they fire Jim Ryan and then the new CEO says no more games for PC, I will probably cry for Jim Ryan. There, I said it.
No more games for PC? What do you mean, no more PlayStation games?
No more PlayStation games.
Yeah, but why would they do that? Why would they just back down?
I'm just saying, if they do it, I will cry for Jim Ryan.
Oh, I get it, because your invested interest is the games on PC.
A lot of fanboys really believe that if a PlayStation game dropped day one, it wouldn't do as good. I'm like, yeah, okay.
No, I never heard that. Though. I never heard nobody say that. I heard people say they should put it out there because it'll make more money.
No, dude, what? You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of people that say that.
There's a lot of people that say it. Even on Twitter, I see it all the time. They're like, well, PlayStation games have been on PC, and these are fanboys, so many fanboys. If PlayStation games are on PC, man, they don't do that well. I'm like, yeah, they don't do that well 2, 3, 4 years later when they already bought the games on their PlayStation they have at home too. So what are you talking about?
I forget. What was it? God of War?
God of War, Horizon?
No, hold up. Was it God of War that did? Yeah. They got made 230% in return, right? 230% return.
I was like, dude, the hype's already down. It's already been out.
It's like 4 years later, 5 years.
Now
later.
imagine if Spider-Man 2 released day one on PC, man.
Woo!
It would.
You're talking about 40, 30 million copies sold with PlayStation and PC alone.
I would get it on PC, but I ain't paying for it.
Yeah.
I paid for Miles Morales, though. I like that one.
All right, let's see. I'm just going through the chat. Let me see. It was a Final Fantasy 14 event. It was clear. It was an announcement for the game on Xbox. Let me see. It's like with Scorpion. We're a big fan of Scorpion, aka Hanzo. Exactly, man. You can't not have Hanzo in the game. Anyone that wanted to play Final Fantasy 14 would have played it already. But, good point. The Douse wanted.
Yeah, he got it.
And he was getting it. Yeah.
Cowboy, just last thing on that.
I think Cowboy should be doing that kind of responses. You know what I mean?
That changes a lot, because if the event was strictly for Final Fantasy 14, like I understand him being hyped when he saw Phil Spencer. That was a given that it was coming to Xbox. And I don't know the guy
but it's still weird energy, man. Like you would think if you're that much of a if you're watching a Final Fantasy event, right? You should already been playing these games. Why are you so excited? Is it just me? Am I weird?
Xbox. No, he want to play it on Xbox. I mean, I understand you. Like, I would probably not react the same, but I understand that not everyone's the same.
True. But I think you're kind of downplaying it a little bit. You're being a little,
Yeah, man. I'm being real. Like, yo, listen. If I was a Final Fantasy fan and it was only on PlayStation, I would buy PlayStation for that game. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
I had to buy a Series S and a PC to play Xbox games. I mean, you know what I mean? I had to make do. I didn't wait all this time to play High on Life on PlayStation. But yeah, like, come on, man. You know what I mean?
Now listen, I'm gonna be fair, okay? I'm gonna be fair because I like to make fun of myself, and I'm gonna give you my moment, just like that guy. Okay, so if you want to say I was fanning out, shit. This is the moment that God of War lost. So here's my moment.
The year winner is Elden Ring.
No! All right, guys, thanks for watching. Remember, I do 4. I gotta find the one where I let the whole thing go. But yeah, hold up. It might be in the beginning. 4 live streams. I don't mind making fun of myself. Late in 2022, because I made an actual video about it. But
that's funny.
Man. Hold on, I gotta find it. You guys will laugh at me. Oh, it might be from the beginning. Okay, hold up. Here we go.
So like God of War's gonna win it. That's it.
I did think
no, it ain't.
All right, come on. God of War, let's go, baby. Let's seal the deal. 2022.
Goosebump, I told you.
Bruce said Elden Ring.
Game of the year winner is Elden Ring.
You mother! No! Bruce came in here and ruined it.
People know what the real goat is. Come on now.
Oh no! Look, Baker said yes. Elden Ring.
DLC can't win.
All right, so I have my moment too.
That was a little different, though.
Yeah, it was definitely a little different, but
I think a lot of people were excited. They were disappointed.
Yeah. Oh man, come on, Sarah, wake up, bro. What does this look like?
DLC can't win Goaty, man. I'm telling you.
All right.
He's been blowing too much sour.
What we got next?
Well, DLC might win it this year.
Nothing. We could just.
Well, let's just talk it out for a little bit and then let's end this, man. If I could watch wrestling on time in a half an hour, that'd be cool.
Our coffee brother today. Let's talk about him.
Okay, what's up? What's up? Oh, you talking about Lono?
Me and FCat were there. Yes.
Yeah,
we were talking about that earlier. I was asking Sourbloww, is he worried? Does he have a worry with the Series S? And that was when you cut it off.
Oh. The one thing I'll say quick is what I told Cowboy in the Discord is, if third party is your measurement, whether the hardware is good or not, then you need to calm down. Because first party and second party are going to show you the hardware is fine.
That's true. They know how to use it.
Yeah, they got to work a little harder. I get it, but the third party, you can't. That's not a metric for me.
Yeah, like I said, with Larian pretty much saying they don't have infinite resources, you're pretty much admitting to me that you're a small studio.
Yeah,
That you can't spin that any kind of way. You can't spin that any kind of other way. You know, Lono took it as, oh, that means the memory. No. They just need the time, the effort, and a little bit of help.
Well, no.
As they are from Xbox.
Hold on. Let me jump in there.
From Xbox themselves, they're getting help.
I watched the video, right? And they said, right? They clearly said for them they need more resources, right? Resources equate to money, right? So, regardless if it has a little bit of memory or not, there's an issue that they can't do both at the same time. That's the whole thing, right? Their team isn't big enough.
Right.
They don't have enough money, the manpower. That's what it comes down to, money. So they're like, listen, we have to put that off for a little bit and we'll get to it. So even if, here's the problem I think people have. You just got to eat it on the chin. We know that the Series S just doesn't have a lot of memory. So what? It's fine. You got good games on there. Games could come on there. It just means you got to give it that TLC that the first party studios do. So I don't think people should get offended. What do you mean it's low memory? So what? It doesn't matter. They got games that look amazing on there. It just means regardless, because you know it doesn't have the same memory as the X, you just need somebody to say, hey, we're going to give it that time it needs. We got the money to put the team on there. That's all. I think people just get triggered. And it's like,
Cowboy,
it's okay.
You're saying they want to release the other two versions to help pay for finishing the Xbox version.
I mean, I'm not going to say they want to do it just for that money. I'm just going to take what they said out their mouth, that they don't have the resources to do it currently. But if
that's what they're going to do. And that's what a lot of studios do. They first, if you look, they partner with one specific platform. We even had a developer said this in our show. Sometimes they don't have the resource, they don't have the manpower, and what they do is they work with one specific platform. They make sure they polish the game, and then with the entry money that they get, then they're able to focus on the next platform. And a lot of these small studios, they have to do sacrifices, because a lot of people think that porting a game to another platform is just
snap your fingers, right?
Yeah, you snap your fingers, you put it in there, and just no, it's not like that.
Right.
Now, you know what's crazy? Yeah. So me and FCAT was big fans of Stadia, and we learned that firsthand because Stadia was like a small fish in a big pond, and so a lot of indie developers, they came over. Man, I got a bunch of interviews on my channel from interviewing developers that made games, and they all said, like, listen, it ain't easy, like, because one, there was Linux based, so they had to like actually make that version. So think about it, right? I was talking about this in the Discord. Let's say we'll use Starfield, right? Let's say Starfield, we want Starfield to come out, and you want a version of Starfield for the X, and you want a version of Starfield for the S. Well, that's theoretically supposed to be the same version, just a little downscaled in graphics, right? But then some people, Cubini was saying this, well, no, what about God of War for PlayStation 5 and for PlayStation 4? That's two different things, because those aren't comparable on the same level at all, because those, the architect was built different, right? But a Series S and X are supposed to be, everything's supposed to be the same. This just can't hit the same graphic level. So that would be a more easier task. Well, never mind. So it should, in theory, be a more easier task, but the reason why it's hard, because they got to make the games be the same thing, just graphically off. Exactly. God of War, it could look a lot worse on PlayStation 4, because technically that's the PlayStation 4 version, and this is the PlayStation 5 version. S and X supposed to be the same version, just one's supposed to look not be able to hit that graphical fidelity, and that's why it's harder, because they have to make it meet each other, or it's going to be. So
for me, the issue that they're having with is with split screen. Now, split screen to me is an extinct game mode. They can sacrifice that, in my opinion, and make it come later.
I see where you're going. I mean,
just like Redfall with the 60 patch, like just do it like that.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I was talking earlier with the guys, that I think it's more of a Microsoft problem, because they have to make the decision where the S doesn't have to run necessarily like the same as the X. If you have to make sacrifices, make the sacrifices, but don't, you know, don't basically like what how can I say it? Like, don't condemn your like Series X like players, because they bought the most powerful console because that's what they wanted. Me, I got the Series S. I know what I was buying. I know I wasn't buying the most powerful console. I'm just happy if the game can run and the game doesn't like break down and stuff, and I can play it and have fun. I'm okay with that console because that's what I bought it for.
Right.
So I think they have to make that decision, and I think that decision to like make them like run the same, that's what's holding.
I agree. And let me say something real quick. I just want to say to Returns. Actually, I paid for Baldur's Gate 3 full price on Stadia. Remember, it was on Stadia like a year and a half ago.
Oh yeah.
So just so you know. Now I will say it ain't my type of game, and I regretted paying for it. And when they gave me my money back, that was the game I was excited to get my refund back because.
Yeah, he has a legit argument because, like, when Baldur's Gate 3 comes out, not a lot of people playing that.
Yeah. It's Cowboy's fault for refunding that they don't have the resource.
No. So what happened was when he closed Sarah. Hold on, Cubini, I'm gonna let you go next, Cubini. I was just want to explain. When they closed Stadia, they gave everybody a refund for every game they bought.
No, I know. I'm just
Go ahead, Cubini, jump in there, man.
I was thinking about what Sauer said, and I was listening to the info about Forza Motorsport, and it's 1080p 60 with ray tracing on the S, and then it's 4K 60 native or 4K 60 with ray tracing, but it's upscaled 4K. So on the first party side, you're going to get that. The S is going to be maxed out, and the X is going to be maxed out. I just don't understand this argument with the X that all these people are saying that they're left behind, they're ignored. There hasn't been any games come out yet from Xbox in-house studios that are pushing these consoles. You can't use third party as that excuse. You got to wait for the first party to come out. Then if they're crap, then by all means go for it. I'm with you. You know, we have to wait. The generation's not that long. With the everything we've had the last 3 years, we're only really a year into this generation.
I agree,
in my
though.
opinion, with the bug really put everything behind.
Yeah, remember, I was saying that. I was even saying that to you in the. Yeah, I was saying that to you in the Discord. That I mean, we're only about to be at. We're not even at year 3 yet, so we've got to give it a little more time. But look what Lion did say. He said the developer told IGN it was a memory issue on the Series S, and a lot of them did say a memory issue. It probably is. Yeah, like you said.
It probably is. It doesn't mean they can't fix it. It doesn't mean they can't work it out.
But remember, like they said, they
just
don't have the resource, so they need that time and the money. But Doc is in the building. Said Redfall. What about Redfall? I think he's talking to you, Cubini. You telling me Halo pushed the Series X?
I told Doc a million times when 6 patch comes out, he ain't got nothing else to say. So it'll be out when it comes out.
When what comes out?
The end of Redfall, man.
When what comes out?
When the 60 FPS patch comes out.
Okay.
Then he ain't got nothing to say about Redfall.
That's true. And it is coming. Like I doubt they're gonna say it's coming and it don't come. Also want to say to Anubis, I did see the Gears trailer. It looked amazing. I want to say what's up to my Cherry Man Game is in the building. Tony's in the building. Just want to miss you guys. But go ahead.
See, when he says Redfall, Sauer, you just heard me say it. I said first party in-house studios.
Right.
You know,
you're being specific.
Bethesda, right, because those are the ones that are going to show you the true potential of these boxes.
He said, "No way, isn't it out though?"
You know. Sure.
The other thing is like
it was made.
The other thing I was gonna say is we gotta look at also you know, the studios, because like for example Turn 10, you know, they have been masters at you know with their with their engine. They're the one that do the engine for Playground game that also did Forza Horizon, and they're working on Fable. You got the Coalition, you know, they're masters too at getting, you know, the best out of the games in the console. the thing is, it's like you said, like third-party games, especially like the indie developers, they don't have the resources, so they have to make certain sacrifices. And I think the problem with Microsoft is that they're in a situation, since they're not the market leader, that a lot of the times when they have to make that choice, that sacrifice, they're gonna go for the market leaders. And who are the market leaders in terms of like user base? Is Nintendo and PlayStation.
No, yeah, you know what? I love the fact that you are an Xbox fan, but you're. I love logic, and you're being very sound in logic, right? You're just being like, it is what it is, because it doesn't hurt you if the Series S has low memory, right? It is what it is. Here's my thing: if it is what it is, then you deal with the hand that's dealt. You prayed for a Series S. You said you got 2 of them. You knew what it was capable of and what it wasn't. So at the end of the day, you take what it is. You don't have to be like, no. You just like, hey, listen, bro, I can't help it. You know, it is what it is. But Doc Cubini, can you explain to Doc though?
Yeah, I want
He said Redfall is
quick.
first party. So break that down for him.
Yeah, I want to answer Doc real quick, but not on the Redfall side, because I'm done arguing about that game.
No, but he doesn't understand when you mean first party. Explain that for him.
Well, okay, so you know how when you watch the game show and they say Xbox Game Studios and Bethesda? I'm talking about Xbox Game Studios. Hellblade, Forza, Fable, that stuff. Those games that are designed by the people that made the console. You can't count a developer that you bought that already had their game 80% of the way finished.
Right. I agree.
The next Bethesda game, I would expect it to be perfect. Yes. But you just can't buy them mid-development and then be like, oh, well, it's not up to our standards. Starfield, they had time. They got to it early enough. Redfall, they didn't.
And also, you probably should never say any game will be perfect.
Yeah.
Because it's
Well,
So-
but I would expect them to be at the level of Xbox Game Studios at that point.
Well, listen, you heard a company brag. Oh, Final Fantasy won't even need a day 1 patch. They put out that demo. It's like, yo, this thing is this FPS is dropping, baby. Oh wait, now we need to make a day 1 patch. I bet you do. Don't brag, man. Put your game
So
out.
speaking of Xbox fans. Speaking of Xbox fans, the whole
hold on.
Yeah,
Before you go, let them answer.
Yeah, go ahead.
Listen, the whole Starfield at 30 thing. You know how you say the X, you're not seeing the power, you're not seeing all this. Well, play Starfield. You're gonna see where all that power went. It ain't about the FPS. It's about everything else that game does. And yeah, it's stuck at 30
Like
because
collecting
they couldn't get it to run
sandwiches?
60.
I disagree
saying,
with
like,
that
the
statement.
architecture of the game.
Oh,
Collecting sandwiches.
I disagree with that, bro.
Go ahead, George.
Listen, this game was in development for how long? 10 years? And it's only locked at 60 on
longer.
PC, bro. Like, okay, we got what was the other game locked at 30, but only 60 on PC a little while ago? I forgot what game it was.
Gotham Knights.
Gotham Knights was one. I think Redfall was one, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't want to hear the nonsense of the consoles, power of Starfield. Starfield is going to be, I think, an amazing game. I hope it's an amazing game. Hell, I'm waiting for it. I don't think, like, you kind of contradicted what you said there, man, because they bought it mid development. They said, hey, he's on our team. This is what we got. So they're not showing the pure power of the Xbox, even with Starfield. You got to remember, Xbox Series X is very powerful. You know what I mean? I'm not, I'm just saying,
sure.
it's very probably Starfield will be demanding, I think, to a sense, but let's be real. These consoles are powerful, man. People like, I remember a while ago, I think it was on Cowboy Show or some other show, man. They were like, yo, we can't compare the consoles to PCs. I'm like, we can a little bit now. I mean, let's be fair. Let's be realistic here, man. We can now a little bit. I'm not talking about 40 series or 30 series. That's a little above their game, but we're talking about 20 series, little 10 series. They're definitely in the mid there. So we can talk about that. You know what I mean?
Can I ask you guys a question? How do you guys define
Can Jersey first? Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Just real quick. So the thing is, the consoles are what, 3 years old?
Yeah.
It took probably year and a half, 2 to 3 years to develop them. My CPU on my computer is better than a Series X, and my computer CPU is considered old and slow.
Well, which one do you have?
I don't know. Ryzen 5 3600, which
That's
Digital Foundry
pretty
says
solid.
is equivalent to a PS5.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm saying that's old tech. That's like 4 years ago stuff.
Well, yeah,
You know what I mean?
I agree with you on that. This is like what, 5 years old tech we're talking about?
Right. So if Starfield is as big as it is, you can't have it that big and get 60. So they had to compromise.
Yeah,
but
this is what I'm saying though.
Compromise their vision of the game.
This is what I'm saying though. This is what we have to think about, right? If we have the same almost specs as a PC, that if you build a PC with the same architecture as a PS5 or Series X, you can get games in 60 frames. A lot of them. You know what I mean? So I'm like, miss me with the development. We're talking about, oh, we only can do this in 30. I'm like, you guys are liars. Like straight up liars, bro.
With the same spec, can you run Starfield
in 60 frames
on PC?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
My buddy,
no.
my buddy, okay. You know what?
Hold on, wait. Let me jump in real quick. Did you see Doc's video? So I forgot what game was it where Doc was playing on his Rogue Ally and he was playing it above 30. And he was like, "Yo, my Series X can't do that."
See?
Yeah,
I agree with a lot of these games. A lot of these games, but with Starfield's gonna be different.
Yeah.
Like for example, FCAT was talking about the sandwiches, but the thing with those sandwiches, just to put for example, you drop that sandwich in a certain planet, and then you leave. You come back, that sandwich is gonna be in that same place.
That's cool.
And you know how many sandwiches were in that table? You know the process and power you need, you know, to remain that and all that, like the resources you need. That game is not.
That's all I'm saying. Is there's a lot of background stuff that we don't see, and they just couldn't get it to run at a 60 steady enough for them to be happy. So
look at Flight Simulator. Look at Flight Simulator too.
Yeah, but you guys are
I'm
missing one key
surprised that
word.
game can even run on the Series S.
Because I think you guys are really missing the situation here, right? Like what this No Man's Sky have? Does anybody remember? It's randomized loading in, right? Does Starfield have randomized loading in?
It does.
Okay, so that the resources are right there.
But it's not the same thing. You can't in No Man's Sky.
No, I'm saying it's the same situation.
Hey, hold up, Sarah. Hold up. Pause for a minute. Guys.
God.
Hold up. My man said manscape. What is in your mind, bro? Did y'all catch that?
I'm trying to get you a sponsor, man. I'm trying to get you a sponsor.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, you see my video? Bro? That's a good video.
But anyway,
all right, go ahead.
You know, just to not go in circles or anything. I want to ask you guys, what do you guys define as next gen? Is it the 60 FPS?
Absolutely.
Well, let me tell you.
That's what you define as FPS. I've been playing at 60 before this generation.
No, hear me out.
Did we?
Hear me out.
Did we?
On PC.
Not all of them.
On PC.
No, I'm talking about PS4 and Xbox One and One X. We didn't have 60 frames in all games.
Yeah, but hold on, Power. To be fair, when you say the term next gen, that's a console term. People with PCs don't say, "You got a next gen PC."
Yeah, when he said that, I was talking about console. I wasn't on PC. Don't have next gen stuff.
Yeah,
it's just,
but
PC is always growing. The reason why it's next gen with a console.
Maybe because I just come from PC. I don't know.
Because that's unfair. Yeah, because you're making an unfair question, right? When you already got a PC mindset. Because if you say next gen,
I don't even say next gen. I don't say the next gen GPU. I said next variant GPU of NVIDIA or Ryzen, whatever, AMD. So I don't say next gen.
And reason why it's generation because consoles. That's why the Switch is weird, right? Because the Switch is still keeping up, but Switch came out last gen, right? So when you think of next gen, we all said, okay, what's the new next gen? PlayStation and Xbox. They come out at the same time, and those last for 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and then you get the next gen. PC could come out with a better specs next year. You won't be like, that's the next gen.
I'm just saying, like everybody, this is the same conversation we keep having for like 2-3 years now, even before that, by yourselves or your friends online. The point is, like, we always will have these graphical games like God of War, Gears, Horizon. We're always gonna have really good graphics. The point is, next gen capabilities, what ray tracing? That's a new thing. Higher frames for all games. 60 should be a standard. If you want to put 120, then you got to dumber down the freaking resolution. Make it work. Don't just put out a first-party title at 30 frames. Are you guys kidding me? That is retarded.
You're not getting 60 standard with the size of these games coming out. It's not going to happen.
So the person who raised the red flag is actually an Xbox fan, Judge Corden. So he kind of.
He's a journalist, bro. Come on.
So he kind of turned.
Dude,
turned his back.
I listened to him on Xbox 2 tonight, man. He changed the story already, so I don't know.
Oh, did he?
Jez. Yes, he did, man. He was saying all kinds of different shit. Getting Rand all pissed off and shit. Yeah.
Hey, hold up. Could we pause for a moment, real quick? This
ahead.
is a moment. I want to put this out. Okay. I think we're having a moment. Doc said Jers got him. Is Doc agreeing with the anti-Xbox?
No. Doc agrees with what I'm saying about 60 frames. I always agree with him, and we agreed with each other they painted the narrative. The companies say, "Hey, we got 30, we got 60, we got 120." Okay, so if I don't want quality mode, I'm gonna have balance or performance. Hence, Remnant 2 came out. They got a balance mode. I'm like, oh, that's a third mode. I like this mode. 60, and then you have performance uncapped. I don't like uncapped because it can go below 30 or go higher than 60. I don't know. I'm a little weird about that, but I kept it at balance. That's what I'm saying. Give me the option. Redfall should have had options day one. If they didn't have the option to say, you know what, guys, we're having a little tech issue. We're gonna have to delay this another 6 months, and we'll get back to you on that. I'm just saying, like, give us. They have a standard they have to push out.
Well, let me ask you a question.
I just want to say quickly. Don't get me wrong. I agree with it on almost all the games. But I'm saying that there's certain games like Flight Simulator, like Starfield, that are going to be very demanding because of what you can do in the game and the resources it takes to run the game. That those games, I do give them a pass. But like Redfall, that should have run at 60. Most of the games, if not almost all of them, they should run at 60. We still haven't seen games that you can say like, okay, this game couldn't be run like, in the past generation if you add the SSD and if you add a faster processor. Except maybe Flight Simulator, maybe now Starfield.
Well, so what I want to chime into your point. I do agree. If you can explain it and say this is the reason why, right? I never made a game, so I either have to believe you or think you're lying or whatnot. Because I want to ask you guys about. Remember, Gotham Knights came out and their developers. They said, listen, we would love to have 60 frames, but because of our dynamic tethering, which is their system where when it's co-op, you could go all the way to one side of the map, you go all the way to one side of the map, and everything in the game is still like active, meaning like you didn't like, all right, so if we was playing a co-op game and we flow all the way to one side of the map together, everything on this side of the map technically could be dormant, is not processing anymore because we're not there. This game made it so where when you're away from each other, everything in between, all the way from each other, is all still live. Cars driving, people walking down the street. So if you turn around, decide to go back, you stay over there. Everything is still live.
This is Redfall?
And the game. No, I'm talking about Gotham Knights.
Knights.
So what I'm saying is, I know Gotham Knights still got hell, but are you guys okay with a developer being fair? Well, not being fair, but explaining. Listen, our dynamic tethering is the reason why we cannot pull off 60. Or do you feel like, no, you should be able to do it? Because I feel like, you know what? They gave a reason. They said they cannot do it. And I was like, I give them a pass. I feel with Redfall, I give them a pass as well. Because what they could do, I think we think these consoles, they should just be able to do so much more. But I even said it when they were coming out. And I was in the Stadia. I said, dude, the graphics don't even look that much like way above the older gens anyway. I don't feel like it's not like when we went from, like, let's say a PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3, it was like, yo. Then we went from the end of PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4. I was like, that's a good jump. But I wasn't like out of my seat. And I think it's even lower with PlayStation 5 Pro, PlayStation 4 Pro. I'm just using PlayStation for the example. Same can be said for Xbox. But I just feel like it's not that big of a jump. So one, we want these games to be bigger than last time and look better than last time. But I don't feel, I guess we get psyched up with hearing teraflops. But I feel like maybe we're just not there yet. Now, I think maybe the next consoles, man, hopefully will be standard 60. Like nothing to be under 60 at that point. Then we'll probably be complaining because PC would be at like 880 or something. But
let me agree with Jersey on one thing. There should always be options. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But if it affects the the idea behind the game to the point where they have to sacrifice something, then you should let the developer make that decision.
I agree.
Starfield doesn't want a lower mode that'll get you 60 because they're going to have to compromise on their vision of the game. If you don't believe them, fine, but that's their answer. You know, Cowboy said they wanted
that was my
answer,
point.
That's your answer.
Right, that was my point.
So, you got PC, you can play it a million frames per second if you want. It's unlocked on PC. So.
No, it's locked at 60.
No, it's not.
It's not? I heard it was locked at 60.
It's wide open on PC. The only problem I have with the PC version is the AMD thing. But that's a different topic.
Let me ask you guys this. Is ray tracing that big of a deal for you? Like when I was talking recently to someone about, somebody was like, what's the point of a PlayStation 5 Pro? And I was like, pretty much so you could get ray tracing because, you know, it's a little extra glare and blah, blah, blah. There's some game like for Spoken, when I turn ray tracing on, I absolutely see nothing.
They're trying to get 60 frames with ray tracing with the PS5 Pro. That's what they're doing.
So do you
That's
guys?
why I said I was going to buy a PS5 Pro. I don't care. I'd rather have the better version.
Oh yeah, I'll buy one too because I want two regardless. So I'm holding out for a PS5 Pro because I want my wife to have a PS5 so she don't have to play PS4. Like matter of fact, Atlas Fallen, right? I was looking it up. She was getting excited. I was telling her about it. I was like, oh, it's dropping in out co-op, and I said, oh, it's a PS5 only game, so you won't even be able to play it. She was like,
but
oh.
Sour, whatever that PS5 Pro costs, I'll take that money and upgrade my GPU. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
At that point, right?
This is for PlayStation. Though. A lot of PlayStation ain't going to PC day one though. That's the problem.
Yeah, so you'll upgrade it and you still won't be able to get those games.
I'll say this about ray tracing. I think ray tracing is the technology needs a lot of advancement. And as of right now, I'd rather they use that resource because it takes a lot of resource to run ray tracing and use it on the game itself, like for other things, like for the 60 FPS that you guys
Can I just say one thing? And I'm not starting trouble. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Spider-Man Remastered looked pretty good, and it had a 120 hertz mode. And then The Last of Us, dude, The Last of Us Remastered. So I was playing that recently, right? And man, like you walking into every mirror, like that was pretty. And that's on a PlayStation 5, right? So I can imagine when we get to the next system. So I'm just saying, so if we say, you know, we're talking about PlayStation 5 Pro because that's what we choose to talk about. But I'm like, I don't know. I've seen some games that ray tracing now. So like, why can't? I know it's a Sony developer in-house studio, but it's funny how some studios could do certain things and some can't. You know what I mean? I think
it also depends on the game too.
You're talking about a bunch of PS4 games that are upscaled and remastered. I mean, come on, you can't tell me they can't run those like that.
I mean, whether they was upscaled and remastered, they look amazing, right? If you told me it was a PlayStation, if you told me
PS4 games, bro, that's
yeah, but look how they look.
There's headroom for the hardware to do that.
No, but listen, at the end of the day, that game. So let's say we take a game today, right? And it's an Xbox X only, no S, only. And you're like, yo, look at that game, right? And it look amazing. And then you get another game, right, on Xbox X only. Let's take out the S. And it was a remaster game, and it looked better than that game. Would you be like, well, it's because of the old game? You'd be like, hell no, look how it looked better. You wouldn't even think it's an old game. You'd be like, yo, why does it look better?
Hence, I'm still waiting for Bloodborne remaster. Let's go.
Well, this is PC talk, because even Sour knows what I mean when I say old game. Why there's headroom in the current consoles to make those games look better.
Yeah, but regardless, right? If I just walk into your house,
you know?
No, but listen, if I just walk into your house and you're playing, let's just say Spider-Man Remastered, I'm like, God damn. And then you turn that off and you put in, I don't know, Final Fantasy. I'm like, damn, why does that other game look better? You'll try to explain it, but I'd be like, well, they're both on a PS5. So how, and so why does, I mean, explain it, right?
Bro, Ruin
but the thing is,
Lion are being dirty right now. They need to calm down.
You take the ray tracing out, and those games still looks amazing.
I know.
Yeah. So it's not only the ray tracing, you know.
Hold on. Lion has gifted a Now Your Mama Knows all-purpose championship membership, and I believe did it say it went to FCAT? No, it went to Rune. Damn, I don't like Rune. I'm ripping that up, bro. Thanks, Lion.
But let me say this last thing. I gotta go actually.
Okay.
We'll
roll out with you.
About the whole Starfield thing. and
Okay.
basically, and the whole thing with Gotham Knights too.
Mm-hmm.
The thing with these games is, because I did a little bit of development and I study a little bit of Unreal Engine, because I was trying to myself, and then I saw, oh, this is harder than I thought. But everything you see in a game, when like there's objects that you can make where the object is not actually using any resource, because it's just kind of like it's there like a kind of like a facade. It's not really consuming anything. But when you have games that has a lot of like things that you interact and then you can actually grab,
Right.
hold, and move around, all that is running resource. And then when you have it, like for example, Gotham Knight, where like you can play multiplayer, like co-op, 4 players, and they can go on opposite directions of the map. You're running all that at the same time. And then
Right.
with Starfield, for example, you got to keep track of every single object that you move around and all that. A game like Sea of Thieves that I was seeing the development, like everything on the boat, that's why they can't expand to more ships. Everything on the
Right.
ships, like the damage, everything, that all has to be contained, and that's all consuming resource.
Makes sense.
So that's why these games, especially like when they're like open world and they have, to have all these resources at the same time, it makes it harder and harder to optimize. Now, I don't know if in the future maybe they can continue to optimize and maybe they can get it to 60, but it's a lot of work and they probably don't have time to do that right now. And at the end of the day, you have all this time these developers are spending resources and time and money, and the game has to come out sometime. So
Well, do you
this is
think,
what happened.
Sour, that when they say they don't want to compromise their idea behind the game, do you think that's a good answer for why they don't want to have a different mode? Their vision of the game?
I'm gonna be honest. I think
Or
they
is that
gave
Bethesda
that.
talk?
I think that's Bethesda talk. I think they
Okay.
gave that answer because it was a better way than them saying, that they couldn't achieve that at the same time, because then you would have the narrative. Oh, the Series S is holding back. They probably didn't want that narrative.
Right. Let me jump in there real quick. So, Return said with the power of the PS5 SSD, why don't they have a co-op in Spider-Man 2? I think it's the same thing as what he's saying. It's not their vision. And I always said this, when everybody says Spider-Man's better, Insomniac Spider-Man's better than Square Enix Spider-Man, Marvel Avengers. Like, well, let me see them make a co-op, a multiplayer game. They don't be making, let me see them make a multiplayer game like Marvel Avengers, because I liked Marvel Avengers, and people say that Spider-Man was better. But this is the thing, I don't think that's their thing. That's why I don't think they have and multiplayer isn't as easy as one player. So the thing is, when you got a one player game, you get to fight one enemy, and the visuals, one enemy's getting hit, you get to hit the other enemy. In multiplayer, you got to have a bunch of people doing the same thing. And what happens if they both punch the same enemy at the same time? You have to account for that physics and the animation. That's not easy. But it's easy where you got one character on the screen and one enemy throw a punch, but you could dip and dodge.
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
So Rune said Returnal's co-op. Okay, is Returnal 60 frames?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the problem? What's the problem? And what's the problem then?
No, I think it's what Sourblue is saying.
But you
it's
can't
the style
compare,
of game.
It's
a style of game.
Yeah,
it's what he was saying.
Banana.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you have one game, like that's why Prototype's my favorite game. Let me know which game you could do.
Yeah, but Returnal's a faster paced game, in my opinion.
No. But hear me out.
I'll tell you
this.
You
just got bullets coming on the screen, right? And
I'll tell you this,
dodging.
Ubisoft, not Ubisoft.
Thanks, Lion. Appreciate it. He knows the deal.
Thank you very much, Lion. I appreciate that, man.
Unreal Engine too. They have like you can download it on the Epic Store, and you can actually try to do like.
I already worked with it already.
Okay, you done some of the basics.
Yeah.
Have you just to do like a basic game, just doing like a car moved side to side, those old games? Like look how hard that is.
Okay, wait. I have to ask you that question. If you're gonna go that route, what kind of PC rig do you have?
Me, right now I got a 3070 Ti, Intel 12. Hold on, I'll pull up the specs right now.
And your PC's higher than mine, but my games came out in 60 frames. The games I was trying to create.
See, and this is my problem with PCs, man.
But
I don't get it.
Nothing to do with you, buddy. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I run Redfall like 90 on my PC, so.
This is why we got issues, because of PC guys. Y'all spilling over into consoles. Console guys, this is the first generation where I had this, I'm checking. Yo, y'all got every game I get, first thing I do is go check the visual options. I never did that. Hey, Jers, you did this to me.
Nah,
you
dude,
did this to me.
Man, dude, it's options. They should just unlock options nowadays, man.
All right, I got a 12th gen Intel i7 12700KF running at 3.60 gigahertz.
Nice.
32 gigabytes of RAM, a 3070 Ti.
I like it.
Yeah. Listen, he said Baldur's Gate got a lot going on. Baldur's Gate looked like they're little small characters on screen. If you don't shut the hell up.
Yeah, they got you can have sex with a bear.
Little ant-looking characters on the screen.
You guys see,
you know what I'm hoping? I'm actually hoping Starfield has like a 45 FPS mode, maybe 6 months from now. Something where they can, keep it basically the same and give you that boost.
You know what the problem is?
Does that a lot,
honestly, you guys kind of just have to you just gotta let the developers make a game, and you gotta just kind of like, because unless you can make your own game, it's always gonna drive you crazy, right? And I know some people just say, well, just get a PC. Maybe that's the answer. I don't know. But for me, I just play what's given to me. I don't even get mad because I don't make games. They make a game. I don't be like, oh, let me look and see if it's 60 before I buy it. I be like, oh, that trailer look dope. Then I get the game and I go to visual option and whatever they got, they got.
Listen, I'm going to be getting a 4090 Ti when it comes out. So
there you go.
Yeah, man. I ain't going to be worried about PC games.
They canceled that jersey. They canceled it.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they canceled the 4090 Ti's. NVIDIA canceled it.
I'm going to cry right now. Don't tell me
that.
that.
Look it up.
Oh, said a lot of factors also with monitors.
I'm going to cry.
Oh, snap. So then I guess you could just get the one that's out now.
Quick. If Starfield, if they're able to run it at 60 stable enough, don't you think they would release it that way?
I'm pretty... Well,
because Todd said it could run up to 60 sometimes, but it wasn't stable enough, so they capped it. Do you think if they did have it at 60, they would have released it that way?
Oh, hell no.
I think they would have.
I agree. I think they wanted to, and they just didn't get there in time, if ever. So they capped it so that the game would be stable, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Tesla's, So I think it could be an option later. Maybe they'll come up with something.
I think the game, it looks like it got a lot to it. And I don't know, how technology is, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like if any game probably can't do 60, it probably is that game. I mean, that's a lot. Seems like it's going on. It seems like you're doing.
There's definitely a lot going on in Starfield. I'll tell you that much.
Man. And the graphics is like, it's not like like when somebody just mentioned Baldur's Gate. No, Baldur's Gate look cool, but your character's like teeny on the screen. No, when you look at Starfield, it looked like a lot, and you go into all these different realms, and that it makes sense if that game can't be 60.
They're using their real-time global illumination like non-stop. Like there's a lot going on in that game.
Yeah,
I think the only problem is we just PC, what it is. Console. What it is. We just expect too much out of these consoles right now.
Yeah,
I think we just thought.
I think so.
We
$500 consoles.
Yeah, I think we just they're always
$500 3-year-old.
I don't have a problem.
There you go.
I don't have a problem with that amount because it just is what it is. But I think we just expected it to do a lot more, and that's because when you think of like 4 years ago, those tech demos. Remember that one game? I forgot what it was called, but it wasn't a real game. But it was like a girl was walking in like a cavern, and you could see like the shadows off of every teeny little rock. I was thinking we was getting stuff like that. And I bought a PlayStation 5 2 years later. Say that again, Kabini?
that was the UE5 demo where the girl was walking through the cavern. And
so
all the light was reflecting perfect and shit.
Yeah, so I think we all felt we was gonna see that stuff.
I gotta go, but I gotta say,
okay.
I think we can get games that look as good as that, but not as ambitious as that. And what I mean is, they gotta start making those games that are more like linear, like concentrated. They have to mix things up because every developer now they just want to make these massive open world games.
Right.
And
I agree. A lot of them are doing that.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. And there's going to be more. Digital Foundry expects many more 30 FPS games this generation.
And if I could say something, I think God of War, Ragnarok, it looked amazing. It had all the modes y'all talking about, 60, 30, 120, blah, blah, blah. I think the gameplay had a lot to do with it, the story trailers. I think, but again, it was pretty much you walk forward, turn left, you get on the boat. You knew where you were going and coming, right? And it was linear, like you said, but it was able to do all of this, you know. So maybe we could get some visual like games that'll blow us. Like me personally, real quick, last question. I know you're about to go, and I want to shut it down too. But do you think each of you guys? What's the best looking? I don't care if you say PC because you got a 4090 Ti, but what was the best? That's messing with yours. But what was the best looking game you played? Me personally, Callisto Protocol still blew me away with the faces. When I was in liquid, I jumped in the sewer and the way the water looked. I felt like I could drink the water. Ew, that was nasty. But I felt like I could be in the water. Like that game to me was the best looking game I personally seen with my eyes on my monitor. But what was each of you guys? What's the best looking game you seen you played this generation? If you wanna go, Sarah, since you gotta go soon.
Yeah, well, visually, you know, I would say Flight Simulator, you know, but that really impressed me, like with everything you can do and all that. I don't even know if is it this generation or Red Dead Redemption 2?
And that was last generation.
That was last.
That came out 2018.
I played it this generation, and that game was like, I was so like, you know.
So was that like what version was that? Was that just like what was like they didn't remaster that game, right?
They didn't remaster it.
Oh damn!
But you know, I played it. It looks amazing, and what impressed me, you know, everything you can do in that game. I hadn't really jumped into Red Dead Redemption, so I was really surprised.
And here's my point: you played a game that came out in 2018 on the old consoles, and you said that looked better than anything you played now. That's crazy. Yeah. But that just shows that things didn't jump that far. That's my point. It didn't jump that far. If you know, or unless you just didn't have your contacts on, I don't know. But
I actually need glasses. Yeah.
There you go. Well, there you go. What about you, Jers?
All right, I'm out, guys.
All right, later, Sour. Hey, Sour.
Out,
thank you for coming on, man. Good stuff, bro. And maybe in the future I'll tweak some stuff so I could come on your show again. I know you guys do Wednesdays, but if you do any other stuff, I want to collaborate with you. I mean, I might be dropping a video on you or something, but you know, we you know.
Okay. I might have to start doing the dark videos.
Yeah, man. Bro, we can start doing it to each other, man. You know what I mean? It's content.
Oh man. All right, take care, guys.
All right, take care, man. Jers, so I would love to hear you answer this. What's the best looking game you've played this generation?
This gen for PS5?
Anything.
Well, I mean, you know, Forza look good, you know, as a racing game. I'm definitely gonna mention some games here, but Forza looked good. Halo looked okay. Could have been a lot better in my opinion, but I'm not really a Halo player like that. I just seen what I seen. Elden Ring was like, you know, wasn't graphically enhanced, but definitely was a cool looking art style game. I have to say, overall, best looking game, Horizon Forbidden West, man.
So I didn't think it looked that great, but I also didn't play the DLC that they said looks better because
the reason why I say this, and I agree with you on that, because I think God of War close up looked better. But considering, you know, Horizon Forbidden West being open world, you know, we got to consider that point. So I'm like standing there. I was playing like an hour or two in the game. I got to a point where I was going down a trail. I just looked around. I was like, holy crap, this game looks phenomenal. Definitely gonna get back there and try to play it through. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I gotta say, Horizon Forbidden West definitely, you know, took my freaking eye over there.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
Did you ever get to that stage on Ghost of Tsushima? I got to this stage where it was like a lake, and like each individual rock, when you walk, you could kick it, and it all was wet. Like that blew my mind. Yeah, I was like you look down, you're like, whoa! Each stone you could tell is wet, and if you just move around, you could shimmy each stone. That blew my mind.
Yeah, it goes. That's another one. Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah. What about you, FCat?
What's up?
What's the best looking game you've seen?
This gen.
So this gen?
Yep.
I don't know.
Redfall.
Nah.
I got a hard take. He said Rift. I don't think Rift Apart looks that good.
Rift Apart is cartoony. It definitely looked good, but you know,
it's okay.
You know what happened was I played Spider-Man Remastered, and then I played Rift Apart right after that. I was like, ooh, because everybody was saying the ray tracing looked amazing in Rift Apart, but I had played Spider-Man first. And when I played Spider-Man, I was like, yo, I'm on the buildings, I can see myself. And then I played Rift Apart, and I was like, oh snap, yeah, Spider-Man got this beat. So I don't know if I just played them in the wrong order, but after that, I was like, Rift Apart didn't look that great to me.
Well, look, see, Rune says it's the three before Horizon and Last of Us and Rift, but Last of Us didn't come out this generation, did it? Came out last gen?
Correct.
Yeah,
correct.
So you know what I mean. Definitely looks great.
I can't think of any game this gen that's visually amazing.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah,
Red Dead Redemption, man.
I can only think of older ones. Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption 2 really is the best looking game I've seen in the last 10 years.
But yours, Rune said, he told me that he think The Last of Us from last gen looks better than The Last of Us remastered. I was like,
which one,
what?
part 1?
Yeah, yeah. So I played part 1. I was like, no, bro, you gotta stop. Just because of the ray tracing alone makes it top it. Because
so you're saying the first Last of Us to the part 1?
No, he said Last of Us Part 2.
Oh, part
last
2.
Gen looks better than the Last of Us. What do they call it? Last of Us remake.
Okay.
I'm like, what? And then I played the Last of Us.
Yeah, but they're
remake.
using the same models. They're not, it's not a new model. They're using the same, things. They're not.
Yeah, but that was still a PS4 game versus a PS5 game with the extra like smoothness of the PS5. Remember, they rebuilt it from the ground up with PS5. Yeah, and you got the ray tracing and all that. I'm like, how could that look better in his mind?
Well, they're remastering 2 now for PS5. So
yeah, so I heard. I don't think they even need to do that.
All I'm gonna say that those games are great. Like, yeah, it's so great.
Listen, it's cool. I guess for me, I wouldn't need to. I don't need to play The Last of Us 2 anymore. Like that game was kind of long and drawn out for me. I don't think I would even play a new one. I mean, a remastered, but some other people will. So I think sometimes when we be like, "That's dumb," you know how many people excited talking about Phil. So at the end of the day.
Well, here, I'm going to say something controversial. We don't need remakes on PC. We just turn the settings up.
So. Well, no, that wouldn't be a remake. That would be a remaster.
We don't need none of that. Well, I'll play the OG and just turn it up.
Yeah, but hold on. No. I'm about to do y'all now. Hold up. So you mean to tell me you can make Resident Evil 2 that came out in 99 look better than the Resident Evil 2 remake on PC? Let me hear that. That's impossible. You can't do that. So now I can see you say a remaster. Yes, you can make your PC can make a remaster or an old game look as good as a remaster because all that is a new coat of paint. But a remake take new assets and everything.
That's fine. We're talking about remasters. So
no, I had to check you because originally you said both.
No. Well, we're talking about remasters for sure because I'm talking about Last of Us 2 remaster. Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Just turn the settings up, man. That's it. I got a 3070, so turn it up.
Yeah, that thing will blow you away. Dude, I played God of War 1440p Ultra, Ray Trace, everything. Holy crap. You would think that was a PS5 game.
Yes, sir. Best looking game for me would be last gen Gears 5 Hive Busters. Still looks amazing, even on my PC. Good Lord. Gorgeous.
So talks of the next Switch is heating up.
Yeah, we'll probably.
But nothing's credible though, man. That's all it is talk. It's not incredible.
You say Switch is what?
The next Switch.
The Switch 2.
Yeah, the Switch 2.
I'm not worried about it.
They're saying it's a PS4 level of performance.
They're saying it might come out quarter to 24.
Hey, if they're making another Zelda game, I'm all in. But
Is it going to be 60 now on the new Switch?
No. Hell no.
A PS4 power level Switch?
Nah. I don't think it's Nintendo. They don't aim for 60.
Yeah, they don't care.
So Baldur's Gate is going to be 122 gigabyte download.
Wow, look at that. If GeForce Now is so good, why are the PC guys still buying cards? Ooh.
Because they just don't get it yet, that's all. You know, it's not cloud.
Yeah, they don't get it.
About that native, man. That's
it. They don't believe that GeForce Now is the most powerful thing on the market. More powerful than the consoles are.
Yeah, man. Plus, they want consistency. GeForce Now is powerful, but it's not. But here's the problem: if you just stayed home, hey, maybe that'll rival your PC. Right. But when you say it's cloud, people are gonna be like, "Well, what if when I go to McDonald's, it ain't gonna look that good?" And it's like, well, they got a point because once you say cloud, I'm gonna expect I could go anywhere, but I can't keep that same level of fidelity. So then it's gonna bother you.
Can you change any settings in GeForce Now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's an open-end PC essentially,
Ooh,
right?
You can just go do Ultra and all that.
Yeah. I was telling my cousin about that because he doesn't have a PC rig, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know about that." I'm like, "Yo, listen, saves you a lot of damn money."
Yeah, tell him do that. Remember,
I was just telling him about the Shadow PC you guys were talking about. I went outside a little bit. Yeah,
Shadow PC's expensive though.
Yeah, but
it's a whole
this is a guy. Yeah, this is a guy who doesn't even have a laptop, a rig. He's got a PS5.
It's worth it. It's worth it
for him.
I'll
Yeah, I mean, not for us, probably not, but I mean, for him, yeah.
Yeah, if he's gonna do more than gaming, but think about it. GFN it has a 4080, bro. Come on, and you could do ultra settings.
What is that? 100 every 6 months?
I know. What is it? $20 a month? Right, $20 a month.
Yeah.
So what is that?
It's 40 a month. I thought you said.
No, it's 20 a month. Yeah, I was talking about cloud. I was talking about Shadow earlier.
Oh, okay.
With the 40 a month.
So they changed it now?
No, it's 20 a month for GFN. Shadow is higher.
No, I'm saying they don't have the $100 every 6 months on GeForce Now.
Oh, I think they still do. I just don't know. Like, I just know for a fact it's 20 a month. I don't know what their thing is. If they, what it is.
Jersey, what is that new? I think it's a 30 series card coming out. It's a 16 gig card. I think it just came out. Is it 3070, 3080?
I don't know. I wasn't really looking at it. I was looking at the 4090 Ti. That apparently we just heard that they canceled it.
Well,
a little
I think
bit.
It's like $500 for the 16 gig 3070. I think.
I'm like Jers though.
More memory,
bro. If I'm gonna spend money on something, I'm coming out the pocket.
That's what I'm saying.
I want that thing. I want when I speak the name of my graphics card, everybody be like, "Well, I ain't even talking no more." For the rest of the show.
I'm just gonna shut up while I speak.
Like,
the only problem with GeForce Now, Jersey, is to utilize the full potential of that ultimate tier. You gotta play it on PC with a monitor that can support up to 240 hertz.
Yeah, but he probably understands that because he got to do that now with a PC. Like he probably man. Like, I'm not gonna be able to. Am I gonna be able to play that and not have the monitor to support it? So Jersey would understand that.
Wait, what? Sorry, guys, I missed that little combo. What happened?
So what he was saying to you is, in order to take the full, in order to see GFN because you go up to 240 frames, you need to have a monitor that could do that. But I said Jers probably understands that because now
you can only get it on PC.
Yeah, that would be like telling Jers now, hey, he's gonna get that 4090 Ti and his monitor is gonna be 120. He's gonna be like, I'll never be able to see.
If I can get that 4090 Ti or 4090, bro, I'm gonna get a 300 and something frame or whatever highest I can find out here, bro. Like honestly, I'm going hard, man.
I'd lock it at 120 and just crank up the settings.
That too. I'm just saying, like, if I want to play some, I don't know, freaking Warzone, I'd put up the 300 frames.
Yeah.
You can't see me.
Yeah.
If you're playing Halo or something or Starfield or something, lock it at 120 and crank.
Hell yeah, bro. Settings are going high.
Right.
But guys, I am gonna call it there, man. This was dope. Man, I ended up doing 3 hours today. Hour in the pool and 2 hours out. But tomorrow, doing a new thing this week. Starting this week, Mondays will be only gaming because I know some people used to hate when I separated. So fine, I finally caved in. So only gaming on Monday. That's all we'll be talking is gaming. But tomorrow is gonna be non-gaming. So some reality talk show tomorrow. I got a bunch. I got so much stuff we can't even get to it all.
Is
But
that like everything included? Like anything under the sun?
Yeah, that's like.
Good. Yeah. I think I might come on tomorrow, man.
Yeah, bro.
Things,
it's gonna. Oh yeah. Tomorrow's gonna be dope. And especially for somebody like Lion, he was like, if you stop talking gaming in your channel, nobody's gonna be here. Trust me, bro. People like to talk about other stuff besides gaming. We all met each other because of gaming, but trust me.
Dude, look at Joe Rogan, man. Talks about everything.
Everything. So
Wednesday you're doing wrestling. Yeah, Thursday is up in the air.
So yeah, so Mondays is now gonna be Mondays video game podcast. Tuesdays is Tuesday reality talk show. Wednesdays is We Wrestle Wednesdays, and Thursdays now is called Let's Get Random Thursdays. So I don't know, like this Thursday I know I'm doing a wrestling podcast because I scheduled that like 2 weeks ago. But then every Thursday I don't know what I might be doing. Like if I have no plans, somebody might be like, "Bro, what you doing today?" I don't know. You let me know. So or I could just be streaming a game. So my Thursdays is gonna be that. I don't know. Like one of you guys might be like, "Oh, did you talk about this yet?" Like, nah. But if you want, we could do it on Thursday. So I'm gonna leave it like that.
Hey, Cowboy, for tomorrow, put a topic on there. The Cybertruck is coming out. It has 2 million pre-orders. Put that on there.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I remember when that first was announced, like 4 years ago, and I remember MKBHD had put in his order when it first came out, and like, wow, now we're like years later and it's about to actually come out.
Finally coming out. 2 million pre-orders. Good God.
What is that?
The Cybertruck, the Tesla.
The Elon Musk.
Bro, it looks like a damn. It's like
it's a spaceship, bro.
Yeah, it looks metallic looking. Yeah. Well, hold up. Let's not talk too much about it because I don't want anybody to get mad.
Yo, who has real quick before everybody goes? Who has Remnant 2 on PlayStation?
I do not.
I just bought it today.
Doesn't Remnant 2 run better on Xbox? According to
I have no
Foundry?
idea.
I heard it was dope though.
It said something about it has a uncapped mode on Xbox that the PS5 doesn't have.
PS5 has uncapped mode.
There's something. I know they were saying.
I'm sure it's probably
something.
What it was. They got that. They don't
the PlayStation 5 has quality.
Better on GeForce now.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, sure.
The PlayStation has the quality, balance, and performance.
I have to go
performance
back and look.
is uncapped.
Something where they said the PS5 didn't take advantage of the mode and the Xbox did.
Really?
Let's go back and look into that.
But guys, that is it, man. And anybody want to throw some stuff out there? Jers, you just put out a dope video today. I thought that was cool because it was like informational, right? Because I seen a video earlier about it, but I kind of was halfway paying attention. But when you put yours out there, I was like, oh, okay, dope. So definitely got to check out Jersey's Finest, or sorry, Chill Gaming is his channel on YouTube. But you want to tell them a little bit about your channel and how they can find you and all that good stuff, Jers?
Yeah, my channel is called Chill Gaming, all caps, man. I'm talking about gaming news. I'm gonna do some new content. I didn't post a video. I was telling Cowboy and I was gonna post a really good video. It was gonna be like a review and history on something, but vacation got in the way, and I got my script on the wayside. I have to redo it because something happened. I don't know. It was plagiarized. I'm like, this can't happen. We can't do that way. But yeah. So it's Chill Gaming, all caps, guys. Look for the snowman, and we chilling over there.
Yep. And guys, I took the liberty to put his channel link right there. So if you're watching this back later on, click on it.
I don't know if you guys see that in a little picture, but yeah, it's performance mode. So the console performance mode, quality 30 FPS, balance 60, and performance on cap FPS on PlayStation. Remnant 2. There it is.
And now your mama knows.
Yeah, so I'm actually watching it now on the performance mode. The Xbox is about 20 FPS higher. That's the difference.
Oh.
I'm watching the video
That's dope.
back now.
Yeah.
Xbox guys are lucky.
It's the first UE5 game, right? So,
I ain't gonna lie, that game looks dope, man. They did a better job than the first one.
I gotta try it.
Yeah, because I was talking about Unreal 5 the other day. I was like, bro, how many games is even Unreal 5? So, is that the first one
it's
for the
gonna be
console?
Every game eventually.
Well, eventually, but is that not every game because some people still.
I don't know for sure, Cal, but I don't know. I really didn't look into it, but I believe it is the first one.
Like the
PlayStation,
one.
But maybe the second one. Yeah, he's right. I think it's the second one. No, I don't think it's the first
10
one.
or 12 already announced that are coming though. Yeah, most all new games are UE5.
Well, we can't say every because think of stuff like Ubisoft still gonna have their Snowdrop engine, and so our Resident Evil.
Yeah,
they got the
Fable's
RE engine.
UE5, Hellblade's UE5. Like that kind of stuff's all UE5.
You know what's weird? Mortal Kombat is is that engine, but they didn't say they couldn't say it was 5. Like they're not using 5, they're using some of the older ones. I'm like, oh come on.
Well, Fortnite's UE5 now too, I think. So
it is.
Yeah, they switched.
Actually, that probably was the first UE5 game. Now think about it.
People are begging for Sea of Thieves to switch over to UE5. I don't know if they will or not, but
I'm sure that costs a lot of money though.
It's a good engine that they run on that game. So.
But FCat, what about you, man? Any last things you got to say?
Not really. We can get into the GFN thing, but that's okay. That's just basically they stopped, delivering Xbox games for a bit. We're kind of waiting on this deal, so I guess you can take that out the title.
Yeah, I'll take that out.
And stop fanboying. I don't know. I guess.
Yeah, man. That's the best thing I heard all day. Cubini, shut it down, bro. Let you get the last words. What's up,
bro? I ain't got much, man. I'm glad I was able to get parked in time and get on here with you guys as always. Just play games, man. Don't worry about how it runs. Enjoy the game. Who cares?
It's real. It's real.
That's why we got a PC
coming out soon, so be ready. There's a lot coming.
Yeah, it is.
That's why we got a PC.
And that's why I got GameFly and Game Pass. Hey, Jers, that's why I got that combo: GameFly and Game Pass. So I don't care.
Really?
The king of games. There you go.
Don't worry, I'm gonna find it. But anyway, I want to definitely thank Lion for donating the 5 memberships. Lion, thank you for that. That was pretty cool, man. Definitely thank you. I want to thank everybody in the comments. You guys definitely keep the show going because you guys add a lot of value. You bring up stuff, troll people, and all type of nonsense that let things keep going. Like I said, Quantum Error is UE5, but that is not out yet. So
yeah, it's too bad they didn't show UE5 footage on that gameplay. Come on.
This is true.
That was old footage on UE4.
This is true. But yeah, man, good stuff. Like I said, tomorrow we will be doing a reality talk show Tuesday, man. So good stuff. But thank you guys for being on here. Jers, FCat,
oh yeah, man.
Cubini.
Yes, sir, brother.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And also Sour Blow. But we're gonna get out of here now. FCat, can you do me the favors, bro?
And now your mama knows.
Peace.
I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy! Oh, man!
And now, your mama knows.
Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon!